So I've been for like the past 2 hours sitting here watching videos and then messing around with the Vanner. I'm trying to see how it looks on different colors. Got on silver and on white. I have the white one right here. I just have to weed it out and see how it looks. I feel like I need, but I have to get back to the S15 and get it running. Cherry's over there going to her little house. Hey, ¿qué haces? Yes, you getting old. Okay, work on the car. Pasa. Last night I ended up putting the drive shaft and the exhaust and the transmission is up. So today basically I just have to put the half of the intake manifold, the radiator, I left it outside, I forgot, and put all the intercooler pipes, the intercooler, the front end, and make it run. I don't know, man. This desert weather is weird. Some days it's like 80 something, some days it goes on to 50. Today it's been cold. The sun came out recently. It was cloudy all day. So now that it's sunny, I don't know, I might just push the car out. What do you say, Patrick? Push the car out? Yes? No? She doesn't give a fuck. She sees me eating and comes over. Interesada. Solo me quieres por comida, ¿no? ¿Ah? Toma pues, toma. That's all she wants from me, food. Finally done. Everything is plugged up, everything is connected, it has oil. The only thing we're missing is water. I put some coolant in it. I had like a quarter of straight coolant, put it in. But I don't have, what's it called? Distilled water. So, I have to go to the store, which I don't want to do, but I guess my eye's hurting. My eye is red. I don't know, I touched my eye with dirty hands and it's bad. But, well, yeah, I'm gonna go to the store. So before I left to the store, I did this. It took me forever to figure out how to do it. I have my battery, my jumper, cheapy ass jumper doesn't work at all. It says it's charged, but it doesn't do anything. So we're gonna, let's take the key out so this doesn't die. Let's crank the engine with the cast disconnected. So I still gotta put the shifter and put transmission fluid, but let's just crank this. I haven't started it yet, so we're trying to get oil pressure up on the filter, on the head, everywhere. I was sitting in the 4Runner. I sat for maybe like 10 minutes and I just held the throttle so I can, because I tried to crank it and nothing. So I just held the throttle on the 4Runner and I guess that helped out charging the battery. So fingers crossed. First startup. Oh, I hear a vacuum leak. Hold on. I know what I didn't plug up. I always forget about plugging this up. So I already put water, but I noticed the water went down real fast after I started it up. Now I looked under, and we're leaking water from the mother freaking bolt. I can't see it without the light, but from the feed line that goes on the block to the turbo, I guess the washer, the crusher washer, it's broken. I forgot to change it. I should have changed it, but yeah, better turn off the car, let it cool off a little bit. But that's annoying. I'm just letting it warm up enough to do oil change. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna do the transmission. No more leaks. It took me about an hour and a half to do this. Yeah, my light died already, so I put it in charge. And you can't see, but no more leaks. Car runs great. So, transmission, fluid, shifter, shifter boots, and headlights and bumper, and then we're good to go. So, let's get to do that. First drive. Feels pretty good. Making sure I have brakes, I don't kill myself. Power steering is hard as fuck though. Feels good. Sounds good. It's really cold outside. Feels good. And I forgot to there we go. Now it feels better. I was like, why my pedal feels weird? But now hold on. Alright, better. I have to unload everything from the drift event. I still have wheels inside the car, so let's unload that and go to the store and make dinner. It's 8 p.m. and I have not eaten anything the whole day. I'm hungry. I'm tired. My eye hurts. My head hurts. So day 4, I think, of working on this thing. So yesterday night, I got the car running. I drove it around the block. It felt fine. And then I parked it up here. It started misfiring again. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why is it misfiring? Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you can misfire. And I go inside the car and I check my my aftermarket water temperature gauge, which is this one right here. And it said overheating. And I'm like, nah, ain't no way it's overheating. Ain't no way it's overheating, right? I get my laser temperature reader, and yeah, it was not overheating. It was like 100, and the most that I saw closer to the manifold was 140. That's not overheating. There was no pressure being held on the radiator yet. I could actually open it up. I opened it up when the car running, and it didn't spray or nothing. I start up the car again. It's not misfiring anymore. So I go out and I drive around the block and the car dies. And I say, what? So the battery was dead again. I go around with the 4Runner. I jump it, drive the 4Runner back, walk over there to the car. I left it running. I drove it back, park it on the driveway. I get out to get something because I said I'm going to go to the store since the car wasn't misfiring no more. And the car starts misfiring again. And the gauge starts saying overheating. And I was like, what the hell? So I try to put the windows up, and the windows will go up very slow. And then all the lights start dimming. Everything starts dimming, and the gauge starts going crazy. So then in my head it clicked, and I was like, my alternator is bad. Hence why I need to be jumping the car every time I run it. I'm thinking that since the alternator was bad, and it misfires because there is not enough voltage for the injectors to fire fully, and at higher RPMs when I'm drifting, the car starts to lean out. I don't have a AFR gauge. I should have one. I don't have one. And I'm thinking that's been the issue this whole time. The alternator not putting out enough power. I'm running on battery power only. And the last time I was at the track, my battery was giving out because I had issues starting it up, but nothing crazy. You know, I'll crank it and it'll be a little low. Plus, I have a sound system now. And I was bumping music when I was driving last time, when I blew the head gasket. So I'm thinking that's why the car just leans out. I have another alternator. I was gonna go to the store because I have them on warranty, but I found this one in my garage that's brand new. So now I'm gonna pull the alternator right now, push the car out, move the 4Runner, pull the alternator out, put this one back on, jump it again, and make sure that everything's 100%. Make sure that I'm getting full alternator voltage, you know, over 14 or close to 14 volts, and I can actually drive it. I already put the alternator on this thing, but I saw that it was my radiator was leaking from here. Now I don't see any leaking, but it constantly kept leaking down. So I don't know if it's water that was trapped inside the radiator or in here because it's cold. And since last night, you know, you would think that, okay, no more water should be there, it should evaporate, but I mean, it's pretty cold. So I get a rig because I usually have 2 of these hoses, this one and another one. So I just connect them. I loop them together with this. I put tape on this and I can just pressurize it, but I can't find the other hose. I don't know where I put it. So what I did, I found these pieces and I put sockets, big sockets with extensions in the paper so air doesn't leak through there on both sides. But I'm so afraid that they're gonna shoot out, especially this one. This one I can hold down, but not that one. And that's scary. So it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. So I have to hold this because this is leaking a little bit. The tape is leaking. But okay, hold on. Step on it. So that doesn't fly out and this doesn't leak. Okay. I don't see any leaks. It's pretty soapy water, and I think this is a new radiator, so, but just in case. I don't see any leaks, so. Yeah, I don't know where that water is coming from. I'm gonna flip it around and see. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Put the car together. Everything is fine. It cranks. It won't start. Every other crank, it wants to start and it dies. So I'm thinking, okay, it's getting flooded. They got all the spark plugs. It wasn't flooded. Put it all back together. I am getting fuel. Now I pull my coil pack out and I use another spark plug, and I'm getting no spark at all. Why? I have not moved anything. I already checked all the fuses inside and outside. Something must have messed up whenever last night when the car was dying and it was getting no power. Me and my fucking luck, bro. I'm tired. I just want this thing to run. Oh yeah, look. It's getting no spark at all. Everything seems fine on this. I don't see anything burnt. I don't see anything that smells like burn. Nothing looks burnt. I don't know, man. I don't know why I don't have spark. Yeah, and I just went to pick up this kit. What are you looking at? Go, take care, Nico. So yeah. Yeah, the other side looks good too. Where's this kid at? Hey. You're gonna get run over by the school bus. Come over. I'm gonna put this back on. And I'm going to get a voltmeter and retrace everything and see and go from there, see what happens. Yeah, the bus. There's spiders in that car. Hey! He loves playing with the pulleys on the JC. I'm just waiting for the day he gets his finger caught in between the pulleys. Mira, mira. Dinner for this kid. Hey, where are you? Dame. Finally figured it out. So I was poking around with the voltmeter. It's somewhere over there, right? But first, before I did that, I was using this thing. I forgot how you call these things to check voltage, right? Turns what's the name of it? A probe light, right? And green, ground, red voltage, right? So I went to the main voltage on the coil pack harness, which is over there, and I turned the key on. It turned red. I had voltage, right? Checked all the other ones. Everything was ground how it's supposed to be. I checked my injector, so everything was getting voltage how it's supposed to be, right? I cranked the car and I stopped it, like I stopped cranking it, and I went again, and now my 12 volts turned into ground. So I was like, what the hell? With the key on, it's always supposed to have 12 volts, right? So I used my voltmeter, and yeah, I had 0 volts. So I was like, what the hell? I turned the key off, I turned it back on, and I have voltage again. So I left this connected in there as I cranked it, and it'll dim a little bit, but it'll still be red. And I checked it again with the voltmeter, and now I was still getting voltage. I was getting 11 volts because my battery's still low, but I was getting no spark because I have this out, so no spark, right? What if something is wrong with that side of the 12 volts on the harness, right? Whenever the alternator went out, something must have messed up there. Even though I checked every relay, I checked every fuse. Well, let's cut the wire, the main 12 volt wire, and then let's wire it up directly to 12 volts from the battery. Dude, I cranked it, started right up. And I can see the spark coming off that thing, and whatever is connected. I still have my spark plug. That's an old spark plug. My spark plug is still in there. So the engine started, and I'm like, dude, this whole time, the simplest thing, that 12 volt wire, I still don't understand why it's getting 12 volts, but it's not letting this start. I don't know. Already wired everything up. It runs. It sounds good now. It's gonna be very dark. You guys won't be able to see. But battery is right here. I'm gonna unplug my battery. Okay, we have a change in idle. My alternator is charging. Where's this thing? I can't see it. Right, there we go. All right. Now we can go for a spin. And it's finally running right. I came to my calls. I'm gonna see some shirts, so we can do some more prints for Sensational Works. For you guys to buy and win this car that finally runs with a new engine. And it runs good. It runs great. I feel like I need to adjust the clutch pedal a little bit though. It's a bit low and spongy, and when I let off, the car wants to like jump and die because of the diff. So yeah.